Hello everybody, Messenger here, and welcome back to Career Mode Vanilla in BeamNG. And, well, I had tried to record this before. We're going to see if this works out this time. I've sat here for a little bit to make sure, audio's not going away, weird things are not happening. Mainly the audio would go away. I don't know exactly what was happening. And then because of BeamNG, it doesn't come back, basically. If you were to unplug and plug it back in your headphones, BeamNG will have no audio anymore. Unless your device stays, but mine are USB, so it doesn't really work that well that way, because BeamNG does not do anything there. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and hop on in. We're going to shut this back down again. And let's see, I was contemplating this last episode, so I was thinking, do it again. We get some rain here. And what we need to do is go into career paths, APM, and in the time trial. So I did do these first three in little bits, and it just did not work out. So really what I did is I used our vehicle here, the ETK, to kind of push through a little bit. First one, we did in a 1:16.987. The best time of 24 seconds, it looks like, for a lap. Yes. And next one, 1:22.853 with a 26-second lap. And this one we did in 2:19 with a 45-second lap. All with the ETK, not the starter there. It's kind of a weird bug. It says player vehicle, and then it shows that one. So just make sure that that's correct. And then we can go ahead and start, and it's probably going to be raining for this one because I think the weather is going to stay the same, which is more than fine. I figured let's give it a little challenge. Let's try doing something kind of like that. Go ahead and get the lights on, so that way it gives us a little bit something to play with, because I got slicks, and we'll kind of see how bad this is. So we're going to go ahead and start. I want to put this into probably, we'll leave it a regular sport. That should really help. Hear those tires spinning up through the rain there. The car's really struggling to find grip and keep itself straight through here because of the slicks. Gotta watch our braking because that's going to be less as well. Well, that wasn't good. Yeah, my tire got a little bit bent out of alignment there, so that's not good. Very hard to handle, but it's also due to that front right tire, the camber, and the toe steering angle, I suppose, really all messed up. Just cross like that. 2 minutes, almost flat. We didn't quite get it. And that would attribute that to not the rain, but me messing up the front steering, kind of a deal there. See, so there we go. We made 1,500 credits. We did unlock the next, but we're going to retry it one more time here. Let's open that up a little bit more for the mode, so it'll allow me to slide a little bit more, allowing me to use that for steering. I'm trying to turn as much as I can, and that's all I got. There we go. There we go. I think that's a little bit better. Yeah, 153,523. So, I mean, I think this is a fair trade-off this way. We're still able to beat it, but we're not as fast. That gives a good bit of a challenge that way. That gave us another 1150 on the credits, putting us up to 40,000. Last episode, or not last episode, but last attempt at making this episode, I did also note that there is a teaser I seen from BeamNG coming out. Looks like a potential Miramar remaster. So, knowing that, we probably got a month, maybe two at most, before that gets released. And yeah, that pretty much means we got to try and get our money up, try and get some stuff done here, because that will be happening. And yeah, that'll be pretty fun to deal with that. And definitely need to try to get some videos up ahead of time as well for RLS and for here. Yeah, I'm getting myself confused because I'm talking at the same time, and I'm not always too great at that. We got milestones. We got 200 credits right here, and 800 credits from the moneymaker. So we got ourselves another 1,000 right there. Very good, very good. The industrial precision test. So we will be a little bit inside outside kind of a deal, but I don't know if on the inside it will actually be wet still or not, so to speak. You know, I mean, realistically it shouldn't be. It seems like no. Definitely a challenge to even make these corners right now. I'm trying to make up the speed mostly in the dry section there. And right down this straight. Might be a little bit close on this one, honestly. hit that curb pretty hard that way. That's strange. It like blew out our door and such there. Wow, car's all crooked, but we did it. Just about 6 seconds extra. 6 seconds quicker, I should say. So about 2 seconds a lap quicker than needed, which is pretty fair, I'd say. 2,800 credits. Of course, we get all of our goodies experience. We're up to 33 vouchers. Unlocked challenges. We got confidence test. Now, hopefully with the RLS update, we can actually continue that save. But if not, I have to restart. So let's go ahead and continue here. Let's see if it's going to let us go right on into it or not. Yeah, I just... Ooh, 20-mile-an-hour wind bursts there. I'm not sure exactly what happened here. It just seems the whole card kind of gotten off kilter a bit. That's okay. Should be able to fix that. We got some more milestones. No. All right. Confidence test. We're going to go ahead and hit this one. Yep, we're going to pay and repair with a voucher because we'll be going ahead and making an extra one after that, plus one to pay for that. So 44.5 seconds per lap and 2 minutes 15 seconds. I'm not going to remember that, but you guys might. Gonna brake hard and heavy and early on that. Seems like the backside, it doesn't actually get wet, so we're okay there. Bounced off the curb a little bit. I think my steering's a little bit messed up. Rain is expected to get lighter. Good. We can possibly go over do some drag racing missions. I haven't tried those. I want to try them out here and an RLS. So one's going to be vanilla style. The other one's going to be with a Cheez-It car. If it allows us, you know. So if it allows it, might as well do it, right? Yeah, I think the steering got a little bit crooked there on the passenger front tire, it looks like. But we did it. Just about 10.5 seconds faster than needed to. So I would say that's pretty good. 3150, putting us all the way up on into there. There's all of our experience and goodies. So we're going to continue here. We'll probably head back on into the little warehouse here. All right, so let's see. Paths, milestones. We can grab that for 300 credits. And let's see, specials all in development, commercial. But we could kind of take a look. You can see some of this stuff crash analysis. So they've got a couple of these ready to go, which is pretty nice. Maybe next update we'll get to see some of this stuff. I don't know. Clear that though. We'll go back on into here to motorsports. We got drag racing. So we got the Corvette 135M, quarter mile time under 18.5. So we got a 1 second gap between 1 star and 3 star, which I don't think is going to be too bad. The big thing is this is the very basic front-wheel drive deal with the 0.500 tree configuration, also known as Sportsman there. So let's see. We'll go ahead and start it with the vanilla car. I think that's what I'm going to do in this one, being this style of playthrough. What I want to do is try and see if I can toggle through to get us to something sunny, and then turn it back off. Leave it here, because just for this one, I'm doing vanilla. I don't need that challenge. So gave us some basic information there, of course, on that side. Up. Just a little bit more forward. That's good launch there. We could do some quick shifts here. And we just try not to steer or add any other input that could slow us down a little bit. But we'll see what we get here. No ABS. That would have been nice to know. Yeah, time slip. There we go. So time slip on this one, 1/4 mile 18.18, which means we got all 3 stars. In fact, almost half a second faster than they were anticipating. I'm okay with drag racing. In this event, it was very good because we got a low power car, and our tires thankfully weren't so bad that we still spun on that sticky stuff there. All right, so now we can go back to career paths, into here, into drag racing, because when we get this leveled up more in this motorsports division, we get bonus multipliers. So if we wait to do these last ones, in the end here, that'll be a much better for paying out, from what I've figured. And we can't do our own vehicles, so we're going to have to do these vanilla no matter what, which is fine. It makes sense. It's in comfort mode. I don't want that. And what I want to do is not that. Got to use E again. I'm still getting used to that. Vehicle actions. Vehicle features. 2-step. Just go like that. Just spam it a bunch. I don't quite want it to be fully... Oh, I guess it is all the way up, but that's fine. We know that that's going to be a little bit much. And I think if we have the traction control on, it's going to a little bit more. A little bit of fogginess kind of a deal here, but I think we got this pretty good. Just stay what gear we're in. And of course I was in the middle of shifting, but here's our time. So we had a 1/4 mile in 16.982, which is over half a second faster. And this gives us, sound is kind of being weird there. There we go. 1,250, bringing us up to almost 50,000 credits now, and unlocking the Pro Tree introduction. And I mean, I don't know a whole lot about drag racing, like the actual bits and bobs to it and everything. I don't know why I went this way to do it, but I know that there's 1/8, 1/4, half mile, full mile. Heck, there's 2-mile races too, so once in a blue moon, you know, salt flat, stuff like that. Seeing more so that's about top speed, but you know, you can compete for time as well. All right. And I can see, I don't want to quite fully be all the way at the top. Almost thought I was going to jump there, but I actually managed to make it pretty all right. I think this one might be like 3/4 of a second faster. Not going to shift at all. 16 seconds, almost flat. So really not quite as fast as I was thinking I would be as I begin ahead. Not bad. Here's the slip if you're curious on all the times. If you want to try this, see what you can beat me with. I didn't notice this because it's so light, but there's a little save button right there. Here we go with 1,400 credits, getting us up to almost 51,000. I said 5,100. No, we're 51,000 credits. That's doing pretty good. This whole deal is going very nicely. So as we can see, we're pushing close to level 2 already on that. This is where we have 5 stars from beginner series unlocked. Good. Beyond, we got the BX series Diana GTZ Turbo M car thing vehicle. That is just way too long of a name, but yeah, I get it. So I do want to be careful on the launch here because this is going to be a bit more of a spinner. Not a great launch, I will just state that much I could tell, but hoping a little bit of speed shifty here will help out. $13,509, and my reaction time is what we're basing it on, which was horrible. It almost over half a second on that. Yeah, that was bad. I wasn't quite expecting that. So I know that's going to be quick. I don't think that was much better. I'm supposed to pretty much nail it, and I don't know if I really can. Hit the brakes a little bit early there, but 0.577, barely. Let's give it one more shot. See if I can actually nail it. Yeah, I thought I was going to jump that, so that really didn't count great. I thought I was in neutral and I wasn't. There we go. There we go. $13,393 with a reaction time under 0.165. That's much better. It's kind of not necessarily, it's misleading because they call it reaction time, but really, I mean, you gotta be pretty good to be able to react that fast. Otherwise, it's going to be an anticipation of should turn green now. I guess kind of what I did. So put us up to 52.5. Get another milestone here. 135 stars from any challenge, 750 credits. Moving back in. Nothing there. Motorsports, drag racing. Let's go ahead and hit the K-Series LCX. All right, so this guy has pretty decent traction control ESC sort of system there. We need a reaction time under 0.1 this time. This is even harder yet. So we should be pretty quick with this here. Not sure if I got it under 0.1, but I think under 0.2. Not even 0.3. What was it? 0.337. Oh, man. So close. That gave us a total of nothing. Just not good enough. We're going to retry. We're going to see what happens here. So that'll help out with reaction time sensing type of a deal. If I could get myself ready. I keep thinking of the sportsman tree. That's what I'm used to running. So I want to try to roll ahead a little bit. Jumped there. I was being too quick. Not sure I got it there either. I think that was pretty lazy. Nope. One more. I think that's it. One more. If I can't do it, I'm going to hop back over to the racing thing. Maybe something else. I'm not sure. Oh, yeah. It's got me damaged there again. Yeah. That's not good. Okay, so that tells me... Yeah, we can't do anything different. We're going to go ahead and abandon that. Go back into career paths, APM, motorsports. You have some commercial stuff yet, Light? Yeah, just some stars we could grab, but that's really about it. Okay. Wasn't sure where that was exactly at. So we got into the first one there. Oops. Time trials. We'll get into the first one here. It'll be a little bit of a transition test, they call it, but I don't think it'll be too bad. We're going to go ahead and just run this as is with the weather. We're not in my favorite mode of TT Sport Plus. There we go. A little bit more volume on that exhaust. Taking the standard line, but not trying too hard. Just get some speed on the more straight sections here. Still am braking a bit early here. Rear end kind of bounced and slid out there a little bit. Go. Perfect. Just nudge the curve there. Maybe I didn't need to shift it first there. I don't know why I even did. minutes, 44 seconds, 0.121. Absolutely demolished it. 107.5 for fastest lap time to beat that for the voucher. But we actually did it in 53.6. So, what? That's 14 seconds faster for a lap? Yeah. Wow, that's a little insane. Yeah, it's a little bit cheesy, I'll admit, but and they didn't want it done, they shouldn't allow it, you know? 3,700 more credits. Advanced series unlocked. Transitional braking analysis unlocked. Beautiful. Let's see now. So we should have this. Yes, Motorsports Collector, 400 credits. Where are we? We're still in level 1 here. 487 out of 600 experience. It's going to take a little bit more to kind of get in there, but transitional braking analysis here, which we weren't really worrying about doing it with the Corvette because, well, it would be a pain. I promise it would be a pain. Really floated through that way, though, honestly. Ooh, I blew past, thinking it was straight. Yeah, we gotta go here. A little bit unsettled in the rear, kind of loosened up. Getting a little bit too much of the sliding of the rear end, but I think it's all right. He's went over the curb there. There we go. I think that was our fastest lap there. 3:26. Nearly a full minute faster around that. That's a little crazy, that's for sure. 4,400 credits, but he's got to 61,750 total credits. And all the other goodies we get here. We were at 33 vouchers. We're up to 44 now. Whew. Let's continue here. Getting mild front end damage, but I don't think it'll be anything too crazy that way. And milestones, no. All right. Probably after this next one, we're going to go ahead and hit our level. This one I did with the Miramar in RLS, and with the tire thermals, it was horrendous. It'd probably be a little bit easier now because the traction and everything would be maintained a lot better, but whew, that was a toughie, and I didn't even get it all. But we got 439 with a 133.5. We're definitely going to be ahead on that. Let's go ahead and turn off traction control for some fun here. Kind of brushed the curve there a little too much. Feels like I kind of right, a little bit of a pull to the right. Yeah, I do now. Darn it. A little early on the braking there. Gonna be a little bit early probably on the braking though to make sure with the way the steering is behaving now. Hoping full throttle would help me kind of pull around that corner a bit, but no. Go push a little bit quicker, a little too quick maybe. And a little bit more pull to the right, it feels like. Oop. A little bit of sliding there. Oh, jeez, tried to miss that wall there. They hit the curve, I lost some braking, and that really upset that car bad there. We're gonna try to get through here. Definitely getting very unhappy with me. Okay, we're just gonna go through the car in the camera. But of course we got it. Well under a minute faster. I mean, that's pretty obvious because, well, versus Miramar. Yeah, we're all right. Gives us 5,100 credits. We are well into level 2 now of that, so we get our bonuses and stuff continuing forth. Why do we... Oh, I thought we had a marker. It's just the cell tower there. All right, so career paths, APM, motorsports, level 2 that we are. And we don't have any more there. So now we got the elevation transition analysis. I'm going to go ahead and repair and start this challenge. Hopefully we can get the rest of these all knocked out, though. Yeah, a little late on the braking there. Very nice and quick, though. Car is actually doing very well considering being rear-wheel drive without traction control. A little bit hard there. A little bit too quick, but that's okay. Otherwise, I'm pretty impressed. This car does very well, considering we haven't done a whole lot to it besides just throw some slicks and a wing on it and a little bit of performance. And yeah, I mean, obviously we're going to get all the stars. There's no doubt with that with this car. And, well, another 6,500 plus now our multiplayer for 1625. So that really helps out there. All right. And of course, we get our next one, which will also be the vase that it would have us use. We're not going to do that. No. Milestones, yes. Level 2 at 250. 65 stars and the motorsports branch, giving us a 500 for a total of 750 more credits right there. We're up to 75,000. That's why I say this. If you can get a car like this set up, this right here is perfect. That's drag racing. I'm okay without doing that. Let's see. Here we are. Severe elevation cornering test. And this one, I still got to be a little bit careful with the vehicle because we don't have a whole lot of suspension movement. Got to take it easier on the crests here, but on these dips we can push a little bit harder. Go. It's getting a lot smoother now. Just got to make sure I don't go too quick through these sections. I forgot to slow down quite as much. Jeez, I just managed to clip that curve lightly. Surprised the tire didn't blow out there. Absolutely zipping around. I mean, honestly, I think the ETK, this version or the four-door, doesn't really matter either. Anyway, the newer ETKs are being set up with slicks downforce and a good, decently built motor. You could just run through all of these tests very well, so you don't have to worry too hard. You can get four-cylinder maybe even to do it. The 6 and 8s definitely can with a little bit of work into them. Yeah, and we got 7,700 plus the 1925, so that would be 2625 we made out of that alone. So that's a pretty good one. Urban Environment Mastery Test. Right, let's see. Urban Environment Mastery Test. Milestones? No. We are nearly through to... No, we are in level 3 now. Ooh. We unlocked level 2. Pushing into level 3. That's really good. We got one left here. This is going to be completely start out there that way. Let's go ahead and hit it. See how good we can do. So 1 minute, 16 seconds for a lap. 3 minutes, 56 seconds. I think we'll be more than fine. Good bit of a spin there, but bit early and braking with that compression there, so just be a touch later than that. A little bit early, so we can go a little bit later than the first crosswalk line there. Didn't mean to go that deep. Time now, nice. further than a little after the second crosswalk line, too. There we go. 3 minutes 23, 571. Pretty good. And we got 8,900 credits plus 2225 for a total of 94,250 flat. Well, that's pretty nice. It also made the sound of us leveling up something here. What did we level up? Whoop. I hit retry on accident. I was trying to hit skip. That was not the goal. I didn't need to retry it. Where's all the traffic gone? Surprised I really don't see any. Ah, there we go. Okay, so we leveled something else up. What, the APM? Yeah, the APM bracket itself. Okay. Very good, very good. So we're up to Junior Test Driver. Got a couple of those milestones there. So yeah, that's it for the time trials. We got drag racing, which again I'm having an issue with a little bit because this one is going to be the Pro Tree. And I mean, it's just, yeah, a little bit rough. We did all that. So I mean, what else? Freestyle stuff. Max rewards, definitely. We got all kinds of goodies in here to do, but at 96,000 credits, let's head on back to the Belasco City Garage here. And let's take a look and see if we can find a T-Series in here. So we're going to go all the way on down and then come back up. And I don't think there is one right now. MD Series right there. Regular cab. Otherwise, no. Could get a Scintilla. That would be kind of crazy. I think we're okay with getting on that. The MD Series kind of is appealing for 15,000 credits, though. Ooh, man. It is a bit lighter of a truck, which we can put a more powerful motor into it and everything. Let's take a taxi on over. We'll kind of get an idea on what it looks like and see. It's probably something I could do. Right here. It's calling to me, definitely. Let's go ahead and grab it. Let's just grab it. 20,000 basically. There is no rear end grip, that's for sure, but let's see if we can do something really quick. Whoop. Okay, so we'll go here, Shift C so you can free cam, and then you can take a look at your vehicle, do customization, not worry about using it. Regular cab, extended cab, crew cab, we don't worry about that, we'll do with the regular. And a medium upfit, I don't think really need, yeah, no, it's not really something we need that way. Long rear frame, yeah, that's part of another mod. For some reason it just does that and it really messes with me. So tow hitch, pintle hitch, yes, but I don't see we get a flatbed or a dry van, so it's not that. Pickup bed? I don't think that would be it. Let's put it back to where it was. Yeah, I would think there would be the fifth wheel type of a deal in here. But I don't see it. No. So what am I missing? Short upfit? There we are. That's the one. It's the one I didn't take a look at, of course. We have high mount rear suspension. We can go for a lower mount. That'll... Okay, so it's kind of confusing because I would think higher on the frame that way. Go ahead and put it back because then that'll raise that rear end a bit better. See if it has that. Heavy duty, yes, that's fine. Rear wheels, AIO supply. We are not going to do that. 295/75 rear heavy duty tires. We'll go larger that way. R22.5, of course. Can we do anything bigger? No, we really can't. So we'll just go with these big wheels in the back here. Rear drum brakes are stuck that way, so we're going to go with semi-racing brake pads. Locking rear diff is fine. Airframe, that's fine. Fifth wheel frame end. End plate, yeah, that's modded again. But we don't have the mod here, and yet it shows up. Do some radiator protection just to make sure that that stays good. Would that do anything to the front? No. We can't do four-wheel drive because then that's going to jack up the front though. T-Series heavy-duty fog light front bumper. We could design it and everything, but I think we'll be all right. Engine. We can only do the 640 cubic inch. And we can do racing long block for 13. They're not going to run that, though. T195, we'll go to a T460 on that. Hydraulic pump. Work in progress hydraulic pump? Is that modded? I don't know. We don't need a hydraulic pump, though. No. So we can get rid of that. It's like a better air compressor. That would be nice. I'm going to go with a heavier flywheel, I think. No, we'll leave that standard. Standard exhaust. We'll go with twin exhaust stacks. I will leave them curved on the exhaust exits there. Put in a fuel tank step over here. Yep. Make it any easier to get in and out. Really kind of revving a little bit crazy there, but I think we're all right. Go with the right fuel tank as well. And put a step on that as well. And what I wanted to do as well, front hubs, front brakes, semi-racing brakes so they can handle the heat a little bit better. And these are going to be the 295, 75 heavy-duty steer front tire. Steering, that's just normal, so that's really about as far as this can go. And you can't change the engine. I thought there would have been something else, but I guess not. And, I mean, we could put in nitrous, but we're not going to go that far. And we're leaving the block the way it is, so that would be another 50 grand. It still leaves us 30,000 though there. And what we can do get an idea of how the gearing is. See what we got for a top speed on the gearing. See if I need to do something with transmission or gearing. think we are going to need to, because 5 speed and we're topping out at 72. That won't let us because we haven't stopped yet. There we go. Back to the commercial garage. And let's see. Transfer case. No, we don't need anything with that. We need transmission. 5 speed. Let's do a 10 speed overdrive or 10 speed. Let's do the 10 speed overdrive transmission because that will give us a lot of gear ratios, stuff to play with. Regular flywheel. We'll go with a lightened one this time because it'll help us shift a little bit better. I think we'll be all right. Now we can go to my parts, inventory, sell all. And the only ones that I want to look at are the ETK. These two here will leave. Otherwise, it's MD series, so we can get back about 5,500 credits. Decent enough. I think this will be a little bit better. A little bit of an audio pop there, oh boy. Yeah, I think we're going to be doing about 80 to 90 now. Oh, geez. Maybe more than that. There's 80, yeah, 80 to 90 window. That was pretty close. Taking this for some runoff here. And we got that lock dip, so I don't worry too much about this. We're going to go ahead and just take it down this way. We should be able to actually test out that speed more appropriately, see what we actually get. 93, 94, that's pretty darn nice. Get some really good braking performance being right on the beginning of the drag track there. Alright, so we'll go ahead and we'll take this on back to the commercial garage. And I think this is where we're going to end today's episode. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, make sure to hit the like button. If you want to see more BeamNG Drive Career Mode, either Vanilla or RLS, or other BeamNG related videos, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. You can also join my Discord down in the description. Otherwise, do leave a comment about your opinions, topics, ideas, suggestions, anything like that. But again, that's it for today's episode, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.